Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your What's Cracking reading. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and welcome. I want to say a thank you today to the people I speak to, especially when I'm doing readings and coaching, who really encourage me with some of the words they say. I'm really still very humbled by this experience and so grateful to have met so many of you. That's it. I don't want to say any more because I'll get all emotional. But I want to just say a huge thank you for all of your support. All right, if you're interested in a personal reading with me or gifting or donating to the channel, all of those instructions are underneath. If you're unsure, you can always email me. I'm happy to get an email. If you're interested in the life coaching program, I'm still offering this at half price up until Christmas, and then it will go back to the regular price. And prices for readings, if you email me, I'll still give you the old price. On my website, they're all updated now for the new year. So if you'd prefer to get a reading at a slightly cheaper price, and just email me directly and I'll organise it with you directly. Still going live on YouTube on Wednesdays, Instagram on Fridays, and I've got a Facebook Live card pools this weekend on Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Okay. We're going to use the Mythic Tarot for your reading today. All right. So we have the Moon card coming out. The Moon card is a card that represents Cancer and Pisces. It's always been a Cancer card for me, but Pisces seem to be represented by this card as well. The Moon is a card that talks about things yet to be revealed. The thing is with the Moon, it's very often things that lay sort of simmering under the surface. So it could be that something with you has been sort of simmering under the surface here. It can be hidden emotion. It can be energies that you are keeping hidden at this time. But something feels like it's bubbling to the surface here. Okay, so Four of Cups. Now, Four of Cups is a card of dissatisfaction. It's a card of, I do not want that cup. I've had that cup before. I keep getting the same cup. I'm bored with the cup, whatever it is. It's, I do not want that cup. So there is a feeling here for some of you that you are perhaps realizing you're repeating some sort of pattern here. And underneath the surface here, there's this energy wanting to sort of come to the surface for you to deal with. So there may be some hidden emotions or some hidden feelings here that need to be worked through in order for you to start being offered what you want. I think that when we're going through cycles and we're in patterns of receiving the same things or going through the same things over and over, we tend to direct our energy to others and go, it's, you know, these people coming towards me, or these jobs coming towards me, or these situations coming towards me. And we don't seem to realize sometimes that we are actually picking them ourselves because of our past experiences. So if you've got stuff hidden that you're not dealing with, you might be bringing these things to you because they need healing. So say, for example, you are attracting people who really don't invest in the relationship. Maybe you're attracting people who are emotionally unavailable. And somewhere within you here, you harbor something that makes you pick people. Maybe you self-sabotage yourself. So there is something needing to come to the surface here for you to work with. But at the moment it's hidden. I feel like when the Moon comes up though, it's sort of that energy of, you know something has to be done, you know something's coming. It's that anticipatory energy. And you know it needs to be dealt with. But either you're in denial about it at the moment, maybe you're in strong denial at the moment about addressing your fears or your angers or your upset, because your emotions are simmering here, but yet you're repeating a pattern. It's going to come to you soon because it needs to be dealt with. We have the Two of Wands here. Okay. So it could be here for many of you that you are traveling down the same path, doing the same thing over and over again, but not realizing the answers lie within you. There's a very strong feeling here that there is a lot of emotion being boiling under the surface. Maybe you're not good at expressing your own emotions and you're pulling in people who are unavailable emotionally. Something like that. And it's going to be different for all of you. But it's like with this Two of Wands, I'm seeing you sort of, this is why it feels like it's right on the surface, because I'm seeing you standing there sort of wanting to change something, wanting to see change, wanting to bring in change, but yet not really knowing perhaps the change is within you here. Perhaps it's something you need to bring to the surface. It's funny, isn't it? Because we look at outside sources and we think that our, whatever it is may lie with something outside of ourselves. But we don't address the fact that it's very possible, if we're more aware of it, that we are attracting those things to us. And you're more than likely attracting it because the universe is trying to teach you to heal it so you can move in the direction you're meant to be moving in. I always think this is, that crossroads. It's not like you're off your path. You're right where you need to be at this time, but something needs to be. I note that the Hierophant is in the background here. I like it in this card. So it's almost like they're saying that there's this stability here, sitting here in the darkness along with your emotions, that you need to somehow pull out into the sunlight so you can address it and move into a different direction. Okay, the answer is at hand. There is something here coming to you to help you understand this. Okay, all right, so it may be love. All right, so I sort of understand what they're getting at here. Because sometimes our emotions are so, hidden deep within us, and very often something will trigger. And if you don't know about triggers, it's really good to understand your own triggers. And I work with people on triggers when I'm coaching. But the triggers very often are things that really, really sort of delve into this. So somebody may say something, do something, you might find yourself in a situation and all of a sudden your reaction is way different to what's actually happened. So you may over-respond, burst forth with your emotions, and later on somebody says, wow, I only offered you a cup of coffee and you just blew right out of the water. What's your problem? And it isn't really because you're being offered a coffee. It's because you've been holding on to these emotions, these feelings, resentment, anger, whatever, for such a long time that you just pretty much burst forth. And this is what your triggers do. And they're there to show you that there is hidden emotions that you need to work with. Acknowledge most of the time. Most of the time, once you've acknowledged it, it's half the healing. Somebody is giving you an offer here, and it's obviously with the Two of Cups here has something to do with love. But look at this, you're going straight into this hurt and pain, past hurt and pain that you've been harboring, and I love that I use the word harboring when there's a ship here, that you've been harboring for a very long time. You could have had a lot of people not want to be with you in the past. You may have encountered a lot of pain in your love life. And then somebody comes forward and says, I want to be with you. I'm totally in love with you and I don't want to be with anyone else in my life. And this is going to set forth all of this. So the universe is allowing you to free up all of your past pain. Now, the thing is with past pain, it can be from childhood. It could be things you've tucked away. It can be energies that you've held on to for fear. Maybe you got into trouble for crying. Maybe you felt like you made a fool of yourself in the past. But all of that sits within you. It doesn't go anywhere if you're not addressing it. Especially if you're feeling that you've done the wrong thing, or you're ashamed of what you've done. This is a lot of shame and guilt sitting in the water here. And then all of a sudden something happens to trigger that energy, and you're flying off the handle, especially if you're more of a passive aggressive person where you're not used to expressing that emotion. Then all of it just springs forth. And our emotions are I watched Richard Grannon yesterday talking about emotions, and I thought it's so very true. The idea of shadow work is not very comfortable. It's a really incredibly good thing, because often you've covered up all your talents and skills with this sort of dumped emotion that you don't want to express for fear of retribution. So if you were punished as a child for showing your emotion, or for showing your anger, or for outbursting, whatever it was, then it's possible you may not express yourself in a very healthy way. Hence, emotionally unavailable people. All right, so we have the Ten of Pentacles coming through. So the Ten of Pentacles is a card that talks about abundance. It's very much the happy family card, having the love you want, having the job you want, having the life you want, the family, the financial support, whatever it is for you. It's like having everything at your fingertips here. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords. I love this. This is just perfect for this reading. The Ace of Swords talks about a brand new start, something that's based in absolute truth. This is about somebody offering you something to free you up. Somebody is going to offer you something that's going to help you see your truth here. You're going to be able to let go of everything, but see things in a much more logical, strategic way. So maybe because you keep your emotions bottled up within you, you're not seeing things as they are. You're creating an illusion for yourself. So it's very possible that you could be seeing the world through your emotion. So therefore you may be more likely to have a low self-esteem, for example, or low confidence levels. Maybe you're just not being true to yourself because you're not expressing yourself in a way that's healthy. So for many of you, this is about standing in your truth here, having clarity, precision, knowing what you want, knowing where you're going, but you're doing it in a very logical way. All right, we have the Page of Swords coming through with the Temperance. I love it, I love it, I love it. So the Temperance card is a card that talks about having things in balance. And, sometimes people ask me about vibration. How do they get a higher vibration? When you're in the right vibration, of course, you bring in what you want because it vibrates at the same level as you. The Temperance card talks about divine timing, and divine timing works on that premise. It works on the premise that your energy is in line with the very thing that you desire or want to have. Something is coming in for you here that's going to change the way you see your world in a good way. In a good way. It's going to help your emotions run free. And I talk to people about this often because many of us have hidden our emotions away and worked from the perspective of intellectualized emotion. That means you think your emotion, you don't feel them in your body. So ask yourself, where do you feel your emotions? And if you immediately go to the I think, or immediately go to your brain, and you're looking for emotion in your brain, it doesn't belong there. It belongs in your body. And I was talking to somebody about this last night because we, as human beings, we've done that. We think our emotions. We go into our thoughts, and instead of feeling them in our body, we think about how we feel about them, which isn't really feeling them. So there is something here that's going to rock your world. All right, quite possibly a masculine energy. The Emperor doesn't necessarily have to be a male. It can be a female as well, but it's someone who has more dominant masculine aspects. So somebody is coming in here who has been almost, I would like to say, ordained by the universe to help free you up from this energy. This could be a person you know who's a father figure, a friend, someone that you really admire, someone that you have a very strong connection with. And somebody is coming in here to heal this for you. This person is a soulmate, so they could be coming in with a love offer. So it may be a romantic interest coming forward here. All right, and we have here the Seven of Wands. Okay. The Seven of Wands is a card that talks about standing your ground. It's a card of stubbornness. It's a card of fighting, either against something or fighting for something you want. And I feel like whoever this person is that's coming in here, there may be a little bit of butting of heads here. Because I think you're defending yourself here. You're not giving in to the energy. Let's keep going. Yes, there's some sort of conflict here. And we have a brand new start. I like this. It's very, very nice. Okay, and we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, all right. Wow, this is one of those readings that I want to really dig into here. The Six of Pentacles is the card of equal give and take. It's the card of understanding that when you put energy into something, you are meant to get energy back. Now, whether you put in, a financial investment and somebody gifts you back with the gratefulness and the thanks, that doesn't matter. The idea is something is meant to be reciprocal. If you're constantly pouring your energy into something and not getting anything back, eventually you become empty and the thing you're pouring things into becomes full of your love. There is a lesson you have to learn in this lifetime, and many of us have done this, where we keep investing in something that's not giving back to us. And that's really hard because we're giving souls and we want to give our love. But there's something in it for us as well. We don't do this because it's a good thing to do. We do it because it makes us feel good. So there's a payoff there. There is something you have been investing in here, whether that's your time, your energy, your money, your love, your constant attention. You have been investing in something that has not been giving back to you. And there seems to be some sort of energy of here of this coming to a head, because somebody is getting antsy or defensive here, and it's due to this unresolved emotion, and it's going to burst forth, and somebody's gonna find that very difficult to manage. Maybe both of you are. Maybe you're both in this situation. Maybe this person you're dealing with has not realized they've been doing the very same thing as you and holding on to this emotion they haven't set forth. There's a brand new start here. So something will be cleared. There is a good outcome to this. And this understanding of investing in something for both of you will be resolved. I always think this card is so explanatory, because I think it's almost like you're begging here for someone's attention. So maybe you have been in a situation where you keep investing in hope that this person will just spare you a pentacle. But it doesn't look like it's being given here, as this person's holding on to his energy, his love. This is what I'm talking about with the moon energy. This person is hanging on to everything and refusing to give it to someone, either out of fear or out of, I guess fear is the best thing, maybe habit for this person. This person may have become very cold and very guarded because of this energy, but they are not giving. And there is a lesson coming in here for one of you who's not giving and the other one who's not receiving. There is some energy here of conflict though, but out of conflict comes this brand new start. So something new is rebuilt here. Almost tower energy here. Something breaking down in order for something new to begin. All right, let's go back and have a little looky. All right, there is emotion bubbling under the surface here. There has been some dissatisfaction here. Maybe you keep offering someone your cup and they keep refusing. But there is something here that needs to be addressed. I love it. It's definitely the whole justice thing. Something's not right in the universe. Something's out of balance. I feel like the universe is saying there's a path you need to be going down. You need to move on this path, but it's not opening up for you because something's still hidden and lurking in the shadows here that needs to be released. There is some sort of gift coming in here with this beautiful Page of Pentacles. Somebody wants to give you a gift. Somebody's been guarding their heart here. There is love here with the Two of Cups. Whether that is romantic love for you or whether this situation resonates on another level, there is love here. And something here is about to burst the banks. Oh, look at this. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a cycle being closed out. Beautiful. Somebody's letting go, you see. There's a cycle being closed out here. Somebody is letting go of something to bring in their fiery energy, their passion, bring their passion back. See, the thing is, if you're hiding emotion and you've got emotion sitting within you, there are lots of other things that may be hidden beneath that emotion. So, for example, say you were a really outgoing person and you were always singing all the time. And when you were a child, somebody said, I'm really uncomfortable with your singing. You embarrass me every time you sing. So therefore you can't sing. So I'm going to tell you can't sing. So what you do is you shut down your singing and you shut down all of the emotion that was connected with that singing. So all your joy, all your happiness, all underneath that. And both the singing and the emotion become a hidden entity of their own, and they don't know how to come to the surface. They sit there and they simmer. So you possibly don't sing again because you're scared of embarrassing people. And that's what happens. That's what you keep within you. You don't express it. And then all of a sudden you realize that something happens and you realize that perhaps your singing isn't that bad. Perhaps you've been putting something away that you shouldn't have put away, but the emotion is hiding perhaps a beautiful voice that you've never shown to people. We have the card of the Lovers on the bottom here. All right, let's get you an oracle card. We might do Psychic Tarot here. Oh, I don't want that many, Spirit. I can't read 4. Oh, wow, you're determined. All right, let's have a look at what's come out here. Oh, okay, beautiful. All right, we'll go with them too. So the card of Hope has come out first. This is a card that focuses on the qualities of hope, faith, healing, aspiration, success, and finally enlightenment. Wow, which is really interesting because we have the card of awareness coming out as well. When this card appears, know that a special wish you've made may be fulfilled in this time. The Hope card will help show you that the impossible can indeed become the possible. The force that works through your soul, determining what's possible and the difference between success over failure, and above all, who we are, is the power of your belief. There's the Ace of Swords. This card serves as a reminder to use your natural ability of intuition, the language of the soul, as you reach for your goals and desires. The future can be yours when you have hope and trust in everything you do. Soon others will be attracted and drawn to your inner light. Learn to share your experiences and lessons. It's interesting. It talks about discovering an opportunity to shine as you reach for the stars. So this is actually the card of the star. And we have awareness here. Okay, where is awareness? This card is one of the key reminders that you already possess all of the tools to guide and direct you in your life. So this is the card of the Magician. Whether it's wisdom, intuition, psychic skill, creativity, self-motivation, love, willpower, physical ability, or just pure courage, they are all part of you. This is about tapping into your energy, tapping into the energy that's hidden within you. Which is sort of like I've been talking about, there's something within you here that needs to be released. Wow, my readings are getting longer and longer. I will leave you with that. I think that's enough. Have a wonderful day.